I always go back to the two New York cases, the case of Letitia James and the case of Alvin Bragg.
That's right. The real estate case and the E. Jean Carroll case.
Yeah, because in both those cases, the prosecutors ran for public office saying, vote for me and I'll go after Donald Trump, not because I've done any investigating, just because I'll go after him. And then both those cases, any fair legal observer would say, these are weak cases. Anyone would say these are weak cases. It was being fair. And many liberal legal analysts said that. And yet both cases were brought not against a former FBI director whose liberty, he's entitled to not be falsely charged. I'm not saying he should be, but he's not. Jim Comey is not the front runner for the presidency, which is what they did to Donald Trump. The lack of awareness in the media, no scrutiny on the other side of Jim Comey. The fact that Jim Comey regularly has violated standards in public openly, as he did with Hillary Clinton in 2016, has not been truthful about his relationships with the media. So that double standard of saying, oh, it's fine to indict Donald Trump for political purposes, but it'd be horrible if you indicted Jim Comey for political purposes. Yeah. That's another one. And again, I'd love for you to try to explain, if we had a bunch of liberal Democrats here, or they're listening now, why is that so upsetting to conservatives?
Yeah, many reasons why it's upsetting. But thank you for pointing out, because everyone's trying to equivocate this as, Trump going after his political opponents. But James Comey is not running for office. He's not an elected official. He was one of the most powerful if not the most powerful law enforcement officers in the country as the FBI director. And if he abused his power and lied to Congress in their oversight role, while in that role, he should be prosecuted. And that's not a political opponent. It's not like what was done to Donald Trump, where he was running for office and these laws were sort of, creatively applied to him, as you point out. Secondly, I think that when you look at this objectively speaking, when you look at the facts and take the politics out of the way, and I understand that that's difficult, when you look at those two cases in New York, the Letitia James case and the Alvin Bragg case, it's pretty hard to figure out, just looking at them on face value and looking at the facts, what law was broken, let alone whether Donald Trump was guilty of breaking those laws. You really have to sort of contort yourself and twist yourself in a pretzel.
And they were unprecedented. There hadn't been cases like that. The bar, rather than being higher for a former president and the front runner for the presidency, the bar was lowered.